Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. And in today's review, we are taking a look at my most recent Air Max 1 pickup, which is the Air Max 1 Women's Tour Yellow. Now this is another one of my Sneakers Day pickups. I did manage to pick up 3 shoes overall, so if you haven't seen my previous review, I will link it above. And we do also have one following this one up pretty quickly. So do keep your eyes out on the channel, plenty of content to come. So if you are new around here, do make sure to smash that subscribe button. Now I don't want to make this intro any longer than it needs to be. I've said what needs to be said, so let's go ahead and just dive straight into this video. So first things first, before we take a look at the shoes, let's just take a quick look at the packaging. And unfortunately, of all my Sneakers Day pickup, this is just the most boring and generic box out of the lot. So you just get that pretty typical, Nike sportswear box. Typical, you've seen one, you've seen them all. And then if we do just take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the women's Nike Air Max 1 in the 4-ton dust and tour yellow colorway. If you do want to peep the size label, that's what it should look like. So get a good look. Hopefully that'll focus for you. And then outside of that, it's the exact same as any other one. Pretty typical tissue paper. I already took the shoes out. So if we now just go ahead and just dive straight into the shoes. So the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the women's Air Max 1 in the tour yellow colorway. And this for me is definitely the sleeper of all the Sneakers Day pickups. I definitely feel like most people just kind of, rip these off the minute we saw them. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of Air Max 1 enthusiasts that I'm sure that went for these and were dead happy to get these. But I feel like the general consensus was, take it or leave it. A lot of people decided to leave it, but I was honestly really glad to be able to add these to the collection. Now, for any of you guys that are actually tuning into this video that are actually still looking to pick these up, don't go and pay resale just yet, as there are still raffles going on at the minute at places like End, 7 Store, and I believe a couple of other places as well. So if you are tuning into this video to help you decide if this is actually a worthwhile pickup, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So hopefully by the end of this video, you can decide for yourself if this is actually a worthwhile pickup. So just diving straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And when it comes to the upper, we do see that pretty common combination of synthetics, mesh and leather used throughout the vast majority for this one. So if we start from the front of the shoe to begin with, at the base we do have that pretty typical white mesh material, and then around the toe box on the mudguard we do have this lightly tumbled yellow leather. I'm not sure if this is genuine leather or synthetic. It feels soft to the touch, feels like a pretty decent quality overall. I'm just not sure if it's synthetic or not. I don't really feel like it makes much of a difference either, to be completely honest. It feels fine, it looks fine, and I definitely feel like that really vibrant hit of yellow just makes this shoe pop. Even more so when we actually move our way into the midfoot, as there's that really nice subtle colour combination with that summit white or 4-ton dust or whatever you want to call it. Now in the middle of the midfoot itself, we again see more of that yellow accent on the Nike swoosh, and the leather that they've used does feel very similar to what we see on the mudguard, so that kind of makes me feel like it is synthetic, but maybe I'm wrong on that. From there, as we then work our way onto the ankle collar, again we do see more of that mesh material making up the ankle collar itself, and as we swing over to the heel, we do have more yellow accents on the heel of the shoe itself with that Nike Air Max branding. I will be honest, I would have preferred Nike Air, but we've seen the Nike Air Max on the Madder roots as well as on the tree lines as well, so I really wouldn't be surprised if this is just how it's going to look moving forward, so kind of prepare yourself for it. If you're a traditionalist, I get why you might not like that. Doesn't make much of a difference for me, just kind of just is what it is. And then if we do circle our way back into the center of the shoe, we just get those pretty typical flat white shoelaces for this one. And then beneath the laces on the tongue, again, it's just more of the same with that white mesh material making up the tongue itself. As we then work our way up the laces to the top of the tongue itself, we again see more really nice yellow accents with the Nike Air Max branding at the top of the tongue. And as we then work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we just get that pretty typical all white sock liner. I don't love white sock liners, just make sure you're wearing fresh, crispy white socks or light coloured socks every time you pull these out of the box, because if you are mixing it up and you're using, say, for example, multicoloured socks, this looks very dirty, very dingy, very quickly, so just bear that in mind. And I did almost forget that you do also get an additional set of yellow laces for this one. I don't know if that's a bit too much. Let me know what you guys are saying in the comments. Should I do a lace swap or should I leave it as it is? I'll let you guys decide, and if you do decide that yellow is the way to go, You know, maybe I'll just throw up some shots of these on feet with the yellow laces. So make sure to get all your comments in the comment section. And then if we do just actually take a look at the insole of the shoe, we just get that pretty basic insole, again with that Nike Air Max branding in there as well. Now just to close us out in terms of the details, as we then work our way back onto the outside of the shoe, we just get that pretty typical Air Max 1 midsole. So in terms of the technology, no different from any other Air Max 1. And we do also have that visible air unit in there towards the heel. Now for this one, we do have a really nice yellow tint to the air unit itself to really give it that pop, so definitely no complaints there from me. And then just to round us off in terms of the details, as we work our way onto the outsole of the shoe, we get that traditional Air Max 1 outsole done in that solid block 4-tone dust colour. Really offsets really well, very, very nice indeed. Now, when it does come to the sizing for the Air Max 1, I personally just go true to size, and that is what I would suggest you do as well. Even though this is a women's release, if you are watching from the UK, both men's and women's sizing is the exact same. So for example, if you're a UK 7 men's, you'll be a UK 7 women's, the same with 8, 9, 10, 11 and so on. Now, if you do live outside of the UK, so if you're in Europe or America, the sizing conversion is a little bit different. I'm not sure how it all really works. So I would definitely recommend to check out the sizing comparisons. And if you've never owned a pair of Air Max 1s previously, I would definitely recommend trying before you buy. So at least that way you know the best sizing for you. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know from materials through to sizing. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going to say that these are a solid 8 out of 10. Definitely isn't the most wearable, and I'll be completely honest, this isn't a shoe that I would necessarily associate as an everyday, every type of outfit type of wear, but I definitely feel like with the right outfit, in the right weather conditions, this is going to be a very nice rotational shoe for me. Again, like I've said in previous videos, I'm trying to build up my Air Max 1 collection. This is my 8th pickup this year, which I'm very excited to add into the collection, but I'm still going to say, be completely honest, it's not something I'm wearing every day, but I do still feel like it is a really nice colorway. I'd love to get your guys' opinion on it as well, so do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have stuck around to this point in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video, and I hope to see you all again in the next one.